On the sun-baked African savanna, a banded mongoose pack is constantly on the move. These highly social, relentless carnivores scour the dry earth, driven by an insatiable, endless hunger. Working together, they dig deep into the unforgiving soil. Suddenly, a lone scout uncovers hidden danger, a massive black scorpion, heavily armored and armed. But here, a mongoose never fights alone. A sharp, urgent vocalization instantly summons the cavalry. Within mere seconds, the venomous arachnid is entirely surrounded. The pack begins to employ a brilliant, highly calculated strategy of deadly attrition. They dart in and out, creating a chaotic, dizzying blur of teeth and fur. It's a deadly, high-stakes dance. By attacking from multiple angles simultaneously, they completely confuse the scorpion, forcing it to strike blindly at shifting phantoms. This relentless, coordinated harassment quickly drains the formidable arachnid's energy to safely overcoming dangerous prey. The experienced alpha recognizes the precise moment of ultimate weakness.
With lightning speed, he lunges forward, clamping his powerful jaws squarely onto the scorpion's venomous tail, instantly neutralizing its primary weapon.
The victorious family quickly shares the hard-earned prize, eagerly tearing into the much-needed, protein-rich meal. Every single ounce of energy is absolutely vital for what lies ahead, as this unforgiving savanna offers no time to rest for these brave, small warriors. With their meal finished, the pack immediately resumes its relentless patrol across the shimmering open plains. They must keep moving to survive. Just ahead, a towering, majestic figure breaks the horizon, an African ostrich, the largest bird on Earth. She sits dutifully guarding her exposed ground nest against the harsh, unforgiving elements. Her massive eggs are a hidden treasure. While the adult bird is far too dangerous to hunt, those massive, nutrient-dense eggs are an absolutely irresistible prize. A single egg contains enough calories to comfortably feed the entire family. One sharp-eyed mongoose spots the incredible opportunity. It lets out a piercing, urgent alarm call, echoing across the dry brush. The pack shifts focus. The ultimate heist is set. Like a coordinated strike force, the mongooses surge forward. Sensing the threat, the mother ostrich rises to her full, intimidating height, puffing her feathers to appear even larger. She stands her ground firmly, aware of the danger to her chicks. The tiny raiders fan out, perfectly executing a classic encirclement maneuver. The giant bird is incredibly powerful, capable of a fatal kick. The mongooses hold their ground, waiting for the perfect opening to exploit her heavy, awkward movements. She lashes out, charging wildly at the shifting shadows. In a desperate bid to protect her clutch, thick dust billows into the sky. The mongooses are relentless, relying on incredible agility to dodge her stomping feet. They intentionally provoke her. A brilliant distraction finally creates an opening. As the furious mother chases the main group, an opportunistic thief silently slips in behind her, attempting to snatch a giant prize. But the giant is remarkably vigilant. She spins back just in time, delivering a crushing blow that sends the robber tumbling hard through the dirt. Undeterred, the battered pack immediately regroup. They launch a second, relentless wave of harassment, deliberately pushing the enraged bird further away.
Every passing second increases the risk, but the golden reward sitting in the sand is simply too tempting to abandon.
With the mother successfully drawn off by the nimble decoys, a lone mongoose seizes the perfect moment. Using its chin and front paws, it frantically rolls the heavy, smooth egg out of the sandy crater. The grand heist is officially in motion, requiring intense physical effort. The tiny thief struggles, but determination fuels every single push across the uneven earth. Emboldened by this success, a second pack member rushes in, greedy for a spectacular double bounty. But they push their luck entirely too far. The mother ostrich sprints back to the nest in a panic, unleashing a desperate defense and violently tossing the greedy intruder aside into the dust. The line has been drawn. The pack realizes that one massive egg is a magnificent victory, and further greed could lead to devastating consequences. Seeing their primary mission accomplished, the intelligent pack decides not to risk further injury. The mighty bird successfully chases them off.
But the cunning raiders have already secured their victory. They disappear into the vast landscape with their heavy spoils.
Safely away from lethal kicks, the united family eagerly regroup around their remarkable stolen treasure, working harmoniously to maneuver the giant egg. It is a spectacular triumph of teamwork over brute size. The ultimate prize now sits securely in their possession. But the sprawling African savanna is a ruthless place of endless rivalry. Hard work almost always attracts highly unwanted attention. Slowly emerging from the scrub is one of nature's most infamous brawlers, the formidable honey badger, renowned for its fearless nature. This solitary predator is always looking for a high-value meal. Its sharp senses immediately.
The badger doesn't hesitate. The honey badger charges directly into the very heart of the mongoose pack. The mongooses, fiercely protective of their life-sustaining meal, absolutely refuse to back down without a fight.
They instantly swarm the larger mammal, biting and scratching with intense, aggressive fury. They unleash the exact same mobbing tactics used against the scorpion, hoping to drive the bulky intruder away from their hard-earned feast. But a honey badger is practically indestructible. Its exceptionally thick, remarkably loose skin makes it incredibly difficult for the tiny predators to maintain a grip. The honey badger stands defiantly over the giant egg, easily absorbing the multiple bites and quickly unleashing aggressive, snapping counterattacks. The brave mongooses hiss and lunge, desperately trying to protect their bounty, but they are facing a truly unstoppable force of nature. The badger's legendary endurance and terrifying reputation begin to outlast the exhausted pack. It aggressively bites back,
and unyielding aggression. The chaotic fight turns the dusty plains into a brutal battleground. It proves until a stronger challenger arrives to claim the ultimum crown. Having successfully broken the mongoose pack's defensive line,
the victorious honey badger officially claims its stolen prize. With incredibly powerful jaws, it firmly grips the massive egg.
The infuriated mongooses immediately give chase, violently unwilling to surrender their morning's hard work.
They aggressively nip at the fleeing badger's heels, a trailing cloud of dust marking the chaotic pursuit. But the badger's raw strength and it powers relentlessly through the dry savanna, carrying the heavy load with surprising speed, leaving the exhausted raiders trailing helplessly in its wake. The grand heist has been hijacked. The formidable honey badger finally reaches the ultimate safety of its underground burrow, awkwardly dragging the giant egg down into the cool dark. But the stubborn mongooses haven't given up, driven by extreme hunger and deep frustration. They angrily swarm the burrow entrance. However, fighting a honey badger inside its own den is an absolutely impossible task. Annoyed by the persistent pests, the fierce badger suddenly erupts from the hole, lunging aggressively and snapping its powerful jaws at the intruders. This terrifying, explosive display of territorial dominance is the absolute final straw. Realizing the battle is permanently lost, the defeated mongooses finally scatter, retreating into the scrub. They must begin their arduous search for food all over again. The chaotic drama of the savanna finally settles into silence. Safe underground, the undisputed victor effortlessly cracks the giant shell, highly rewarding itself with a rich, protein-patched feast. The brutal law of the wild remains absolute.